What do you get if you take all the best strap systems at the moment, like a NATO strap, a steel strap, or a normal canvas strap and buckle, and you kind of mix them all together and come up with a better idea? Someone has. It's called the Octopod. So what is it? Essentially, it's a set of straps that you can get. You can pick whatever colours you like. As you can see, there's some really nice colours. I tend to sort of think of them as fruit pastel colours because they're really, they're quite delicious really. And you also get a clasp. That's the general idea of it, an overlapping clasp. And then the idea is you take one of your straps and you thread it through the straps. I'll show you a video of that in a minute. And hey ho, you've got exactly the same mechanism as you would on a normal watch. Really handy. I like it a lot. In fact, I like it so much I'm double wristing today. I've got it on my Oris. It's a really nice system and looks fantastic colour with the bronze, I think. And secondarily, I've also got it on a Hamilton field watch, the Khaki King. You see the black goes beautifully with that. And as you can see, you put it on and just fasten it, and you've got a really easy and convenient way to put your watch on. Tell you what, let's dive into it and have a look closer up. So all supplied in these really nice tins. See, they say thank you, very kind, thank you Watch Gecko. I'm going to take out the clasp, and I have a number of straps here that I've selected because the colours are great. So we'll go one by one with those, and we've got a very nice sort of sky blue, although they may look slightly different on camera. We have a kind of army green, I guess you'd call it. It's very nice, do like that. We have a very nice yellow, a sort of mustard yellow. We have blue, and by the way, all of these are Royal Navy blue. These all have slightly different names when you look at them. A russet, I guess you'd call it. A nice sort of rusty red, that'll probably be a good name for it, and an orange, which I'm very, very fond of indeed. So got a nice selection in that bunch, and that's just for in this case the 20mm one. If we take those away and we look at the again, blue Hydra rib, an orange, and then we have some other options as well. We have like almost like the James Bond kind of strap going on, and we have the a blue and red stripe. What I've actually done with mine is to take one of my favourite Watch Gecko watches, and I'll just grab that for us, and we'll see that I've got this. So very nice, kind of the Fume dial, as we see. We can bring that up, and it's a tan one with a thin white stripe, which goes perfectly with the stopwatch hand. Love it to death. So there we go. So as I kind of showed you before, it's an overlap clasp. The nice bit is the strap extra parts are inside, so it looks incredibly tidy. So I've got that one there on the 22mm. And I find this orange really, really kind of flexible. It worked with a number of different things, but particularly with this bronze Oris, I thought that was absolutely fantastic. Really love the ribbed kind of shape on the strap. It's very, very nice indeed. And because of that color, I also went for the black one in 20mm for my Khaki King, and it works very well. But as you see, it's very easy to put on, and off you go. You're ready to go. And there, in this case, I've got, this is the version 3 of the Zulu strap. Sorry, the Octopod strap. I don't mean that. I mean the Octopod clasp. And the first version I have on my Oris here, let me just put them side by side so you can see the difference, because I didn't really get the difference initially. There we go, they're quite shiny, as you can see. Let me just try and get the lights off those. So there we go, side by side, you can see they're very similar, but not exactly similar. The version 3 here, this one's the version 3, has a recessed Zuludiver in kind of a frost effect. It's also slightly smaller, a few millimeters smaller, a little bit rounder in places, and equally comfortable to wear. So the next question, of course, is how do you put it on? How does this work? Is it easy? Is it difficult? Well, do you know what? It's a bit of a faff, really, I think. So first you get your strap, and you'll see that there are If we bring this a little bit closer to the camera, you can see there are two kind of bar systems on either side. And what we need to do is actually take the strap, and you'll see this in the instruction video, but thread it through the first one. And that's fine, goes through. They're a bit stiff, these straps, when you first get them. You thread them up through the last one. Let's show you that. So that's up through there. Then you need to make sure there's enough space so it goes through, back through the middle one again. There we go, down there. And so you've got it a little bit like that. And then what you need to do is thread it through again up in the final one, so it goes like that. I'm trying to show it so that you can see that it's kind of zigzagging into space. And when they're stiff, they're quite difficult to do. So that's how it kind of ends up. And then you'd thread it through your watch as a la NATO, and then you do exactly the same at the other end. You'd thread it through again, and after a while you get quite proficient at this, and goes through the middle, back around the other one. It's tricky to do in the second side, so you have to slide your watch right to the end of the strap so that you can bring it round, and there's enough strap to turn it round and put it through the end link. Again, I'm going to emphasize that these are very, very stiff new straps, so you have that going on, and you can pull it through and off you go. My difficulty with kind of all of this, as you see, I've brought out 3 watches. I actually have a 4th watch with one that I've put on. I have quite a large collection, and I do like to change my straps a lot. And I've also got this AV8 Spitfire, which is grey. Must get a grey strap, but again, I put a strap on that because the Hydra rib just looks so good to me. I really, really like it. So there I've got 4, but that means I've had to have 4 buckles. And you can't kind of buy them in bulk. You have to buy them one at a time, and at present, when I've made this video, they are actually £68 each. So that's a really expensive investment, but you're not going to really do it more than once. And now I've got 4. Do I really need any more? Definitely not. They're too expensive to do that. Am I going to switch them off my favourite watches? It's very unlikely I'm going to take it off this particular watch for quite some time. So that's one buckle already kind of, what's the word, assigned to that watch. That's not going to change. I love that one, but I have secondary options for the khaki King. This will change. Yeah, I'll change this quite frequently, quite happily, because I have different alternatives on quick release pins and so on. And the AV8, yes, that'll change. So, but that's the changing ones are on the 22 size, not the 20. So, luckily, I do have this other 20, this third 20mm. And if you're looking at and wondering, how do you know the difference? Well, it's actually notated on the back of the buckle as well. So they do tell you which is which. So back to the goods, the bads, and the overall Magpie rating, I think. Let's wrap up and talk about the goods, the bads, and what I really think. Okay, so the goods. Way more tidy than a NATO, making it look just a lot more classy. And once it's on, it's faster to put on than a normal NATO or a normal canvas strap. It's probably exactly the same speed to put on as a steel strap, a normal clasp system. It's an alternative if you don't like the vintage fold at the end of a NATO strap. It's a flexible system in that you can have the different buckles that you want, and you can also have the different straps that you want. The straps being only £10 each make it much more affordable once you've actually got a buckle system. But the buckle, we'll get onto that, it's still kind of expensive. But it's a great, as I say, it's a great flexibility in the system, so you can have every mixture that you could possibly want. 5 finishes: brushed, mirror, bronze, sandblasted, and black as well. 2 sizes: 20mm, 22mm, nothing else at the moment. The straps are really high quality, beautiful, beautiful straps, and they feel like it's real luxury and quality that will stand the test of time. Really good choice if you really go for it. It's a bit fiddly putting on, but hey, do you know what? I just absolutely love the straps themselves. I can just pick one up. It looks great. Put it on. I'm done. No fiddling whatsoever in that part. The fiddly bit is actually putting it all together. And they're not going to come off. That's the other good thing about them as well. So colours and designs are gorgeous, and I haven't seen anything like them, probably because they're patented and they're exactly owned by Zuludiver. So, you know, well done to them. Well done, Zulu.com. The bads. Okay. This is where it gets a little bit tricky, especially with a large watch collection. So I've already said I have it in 2 watches. I've got it on my Oris, which is a 20mm lug width, and I also have it on my Hamilton Khaki King, which is also 20mm. So that actually means I need to have 2 buckles. And at the current price, which is on sale of £68 each, that's pretty expensive. But it gets worse, because I also have 2 for some 22mm lug width watches as well. So that's a lot of money to actually spend on a watch system if you have multiple watches and you have different sizes. So that makes it kind of awkward, and I think that's the biggest wrinkle, because can I keep my other watch just sitting in a drawer without a strap on? Pretty unlikely. I'm not going to take the buckle off this to put it on this, and vice versa. So you do find yourself going, I kind of need another buckle. But on the other hand, you also look at the quality of the strap and think, this is just something quite extraordinary. So I really love it. I really do like it. But I've ended up with 4 buckles. And about 8 straps. So that's rather a lot. What else? I think the sizing, getting the sizing right and putting the strap on is a considerable effort. It's not something you do an idle thing. I've timed it. It takes me around about sort of between 5 and 8 minutes to put a strap on, and then probably another couple of minutes to get the sizing just right so it's very comfortable. So there's a bit of a trial and error period to the whole thing, and then you kind of figure out what works for you. And moving them between watches could be quite a lot of a faff. But practice makes perfect, right? And it's not as if I'm going to change the straps that often. I have changed them a couple of times just to get some practice. It does get easier as the straps are actually, they're quite thick, you know, as they are high quality. You can see they're not just flexing easily. There's a lot of spring to them. So the more you use them, the more flexibility I think you'll get out of them, and it will work well. But even so, it takes a little longer than you'd actually like. And in terms of size, well, do you know what? That's the interesting bit. If you take a buckle, I'm just going to take this, which I have here, just like Blue Peter. You take the buckle and you kind of look at that, and then you look at the size of a watch beside it. It's quite big. And even if I turn this one round, which is the version 3, there's the version 3, there's the version 2, you can see it's not a dramatic size difference there at all. And overall, I'd say they ooze quality. The colours are fantastic. It feels like a true luxury option, which is, I guess, where the price comes in. You're paying for something very different and something that works incredibly well. The Hydra ribbed straps, which are my favourite, and I've got quite a few of them in those pastel colours, they're thicker than the NATOs. They're equally as comfortable, and they're very, very high quality. So I'm expecting them to last for a very long time. And overall, there's an fantastic choice of colours. There's tremendous 46 straps there, and strap sets as well, containing 5 straps and a buckle. That's quite a nice idea if you want to have a predefined set. They're high in the cost at £68 for the buckle alone, and that's on sale. So you could buy a lot of other straps for the same price, or actually you could probably buy a humongous number of cheap NATO straps for the same price. But it depends what you're looking for. I was looking for something that was really comfortable, looked stylish, and a different set of colours that would be just fantastic, no matter what I put on whatever watch. So happy I bought them, yes. And the quality is extremely high with lots of options. Despite the price, it's a system, not something you can buy kind of more regularly. As they bring out more colours, I can add to that set, which would be great. I'm very happy with the set I've got. As I say, it's They're quite fun to put in the tin. They kind of square lights like snakes every once in a while, but really beautiful colours that can be had, and great choices for every watch. So I'm very happy that I went to and found these when they came out. So how many Magpies on the watchful Magpie does this get? In this case, even though I love it to death, it is very fiddly. It's a bit big and it's quite expensive. So I'm going to give it this time 3 out of 5. If the buckles had been maybe a bit cheaper and a little bit smaller in size, I would have given it 5 out of 5. But at that price point, I'm expecting, I don't know, it to come with a few straps or something like that. So 3 out of 5 Magpies. There you go. That's what I think. So thanks for watching this far. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, don't ever buy a watch you don't love. Thank you very much. See you again soon.